her in Paris, Rome, Naples, Morocco, Egypt.
What is she, on the run?
Well, sort of. She used to work in a cafe in town. One day she took off her apron, got on a train up at the station, never came back.
All right, come in. Welcome to Kermode's Cars. Want to buy an old motor? That's me doing Arthur Daly. It's a joke. It's a joke about the 1970s, because I'm going to talk to you about Cemetery Junction. Like so many of my jokes, as you keep telling me here on the blog, it's not funny. The question, however, is this. Does comedy necessarily have to be funny? I'm not asking this facetiously, because I've just seen Cemetery Junction and it's playing on my mind. The film is a coming-of-age story. It's about three guys attempting to escape their small-town upbringing. And it's very melancholic and it's well-drawn, and it draws on films like Saturday Night Fever and Diner, which I like very much. And it's from Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, who are known to everybody as great comedians. They rose to fame with The Office. Most recently, we saw Ricky Gervais in The Invention of Lying, which was meant to be funny but didn't make me laugh. Before that, he was in Ghost Town, which I did laugh at quite a lot. And I tend to have a rule with comedy, which is this. If you go and see a comedy film, you have to laugh at least 5 times. If you don't get 5 laughs out of a comedy film, it's not doing the thing that it's advertised as doing. It's not working. It doesn't matter what its merits are. It just fails as a comedy. Now, in the description of Cemetery Junction, in the press notes, the makers are very keen to say, well, it's not a straightforward comedy. That may be what the audience is expecting, but it is, in fact, and this is their phrase, a feel-good drama. It's an important distinction, because what they're essentially trying to do is to forewarn people who may be expecting big laughs that that's not what they're going to get. Well, I was wondering about, therefore, whether it is still a comedy. And I decided to take the old-fashioned route. You see this? This is a dictionary. It's what people used to use in the age before spell checking and the internet. And I looked up the word comedy. Here's what the shorter Oxford English Dictionary says comedy means. It's a light and amusing stage play with a happy conclusion to its plot. Well, we can replace stage play for film. So a light and amusing film with a happy conclusion to its plot. The old rule before was that tragedy ends in death, comedy ends in marriage. Well, not giving anything away, but in the case of Cemetery Junction, neither of those is true. Is it light? Well, it has a light feel to it, but there are some heavy issues. Is it amusing? Certainly. Did I laugh? Actually, not very much. And yet, I really liked the film. It touched me. It moved me. I was engaged by the characters. I was drawn in. I recognised some of the settings. I understood the situations. I believed in the drama. Now, it's being marketed, obviously, as something which has comic potential. Even though the posters are slightly ambiguous, the general feeling is Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, it's going to be funny.
Look, I don't want to work for 40 years for no money and die in my sleep, and at the funeral, all they say is, well, he supported Reading Football Club and he liked pickled onions.
When was the last time you went to a Reading game?
What?
Well, who's going to say that at your funeral? I wouldn't say that. I'd say you went to the odd game now and again.
But you're not going to laugh. So, here's my question to you. Does comedy have to be funny? Is my 5-laugh rule total baloney? Have you seen great comedy movies that do not make you laugh? And if you don't laugh, are they still comedies?
I'm not going anywhere where we need injection. Yeah!